Well, coming from Cyclops himself, James Marsden, the actor who plays Cyclops, says that we are going to see worlds collide in Avengers Doomsday. Now, of course, we know that the X-Men's world is going to collide with the Avengers world and also the Fantastic Four, and probably several other worlds as well. Incursions are happening, universes are going to collide and get destroyed, and keep in mind that in the Secret Wars comics, we actually do see the last remaining Earths collide into each other, and a lot of heroes die. In fact, Captain America and Iron Man die fighting each other. And for the MCU, it really does sound like Marvel is just building something incredibly huge. And given the cast that we've already seen that's been officially announced, yeah, it's going to be the biggest Marvel movie that we've gotten so far, and that's saying something after Infinity War and Endgame. And Marvel confirmed that's only some of the cast, it's not all of them. So what exactly is Marvel going to do to reveal the rest of the cast, and what are their plans moving forward to really hype this movie up and show people just how big it's going to be? From revealing the rest of the cast to the teaser trailer to the actual trailer to doing really big events like they did for the production video showing us all of the chairs, we hear Marvel has a lot planned and they're going to do it very strategically. It sounds like they've got it all figured out. Now, first things first, the rest of the cast. We did hear a rumor a bit ago that we were supposed to get the rest of the cast announced. Well, the date that rumor said has now passed, and it obviously didn't happen. And according to Alex Perez from the Cosmic Circus in his recent Q&A, it sounds like there is a chance that we might not even get one, and if we do, it's going to be incredibly close to when the movie actually releases. And for a pretty good reason, it sounds like. Secret cameos. And when I say cameos, I don't mean just a famous actor popping up to play a famous superhero for a minute or so, just a quick cameo on screen. I'm talking characters that are going to be in Avengers Doomsday that Marvel really does want to keep a secret. A lot of us were pretty shocked when Marvel revealed the X-Men and the Fantastic Four were going to be in Avengers Doomsday, with the X-Men obviously more shocking than the Fantastic Four since we knew they were going to cross over. The post-credit scene for the Thunderbolts showed us that, but the X-Men came as a bigger shock because when we saw the X-Men and other cameos in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, the trailers and the teasers for that movie severely hinted at it, like we heard the voice of Professor Xavier and we saw Captain Carter's shield and jetpack. Even then, though, they still did not reveal the characters of the Illuminati. So why would they do that right away with the X-Men? Well, that's because they're going to be involved in the movie in a very major way. They're going to be a big part of the story. So when you eventually go to release the teaser trailer and the trailer, they're not going to be able to tell us what the story really is about without showing the X-Men, without showing the Fantastic Four and the Avengers. Plus, filming was going to begin, and of course, we would hear the leaks about X-Men showing up on set. So they got ahead of everything. So it basically sounds like at this point in time, Marvel has revealed all that they want to reveal. Yes, they have confirmed that is not the entire cast, but it sounds like Marvel wants to keep them a secret. And Alex Perez says even if they decide to do another chair video, for example, revealing the rest of the cast, there are still some characters Marvel is going to keep secret until the premiere. Alex says some of these characters are new, some of these characters are old, and some are legacy. And in the Q&A, when he was specifically asked about if there were any surprise characters that have yet to be announced, he stated, definitely. And the goal is not to reveal them until the release of Avengers Doomsday. Even if I did mention who they were planning to involve, we'd be stuck in this limbo of will they / won't they for the next year or so. But most of the characters that haven't been officially announced have either been rumored by me, other scoopers, or YouTubers. So based on what he said there and based on what he said about these specific secret characters being some new ones, some old ones, and some legacy ones, we can pretty much figure out at least generally who's going to show up. So legacy characters, I automatically think Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, I think the Fantastic Four, the one with Chris Evans and Jessica Alba, etc., not the Fantastic one. And I've been saying this, but I really would love a scene with Chris Evans as both the Human Torch and Captain America on screen together interacting. It's the multiverse saga, make the best use of it that you can. And legacy could really be a lot of people, from the Punishers that we've had before to Halle Berry showing up as Storm from the X-Men. But those are legacy. When we get to old characters, I'm thinking the Infinity Saga of the MCU. I mean, we already know Chris Evans is returning as Steve Rogers. Rogers. That is technically an old character. And I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, but pretty sure we're gonna see a Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark variant at some point in time. And new is just really exciting because we could have characters that just simply haven't debuted yet anywhere, or we could have just new characters for the MCU. And when I hear this, I kind of think there could be a Miles Morales or a Spider-Gwen cameo. And again, when I say cameo, I mean actually have a decent sized role in the film. When we get our true cameos of characters showing up for maybe like 15 seconds on screen, I believe that'll come in Secret Wars. However, there is one particular scene where I think Marvel really can show just a lot of cameos in Avengers Doomsday, and that is showing different universes' perspectives of their universes dying. This could be at the end of the movie as the multiverse gets destroyed, or it could be via Doom. He's been going through the multiverse and he has witnessed universes being destroyed. He is hunting down people who have caused incursions. They could show us universes getting destroyed through his eyes, in which we could see some pretty cool cameos, but unfortunately that would probably mean that they were about to die in the scene. But it is nice to know that even though they've revealed a lot already, Marvel still does have some plans for some surprise characters. So let me know who you'd really love to see, whether that's an actor or a character, in the comments down below. Now, moving into kind of the marketing of it all, we've heard that Marvel is going to start marketing very early on for this movie. In fact, they already have. That's what that chair production video was. That was the beginning for the marketing of Doomsday. And then recently at the Marketing Expo, they did that Dr. Doom presentation. They showed kind of a first look at Doom where we saw that standee cutout and a picture of him with the suit. They've already started to do some pretty big marketing, and it's all according to their plan. They know it's all going to end up on the internet. And Avengers Doomsday is said to be done filming this week. They're wrapping up filming right now. And while yes, they can return to do some reshoots, them wrapping filming means they have pretty much all of the movie done, which means they can definitely have a teaser trailer ready by the end of the year. And we have heard from the insider Cryptic HD Quality, who has a great track record with scoops, particularly when it comes to trailers. They have said that the marketing for Avengers Doomsday is going to start really early on. They're going to start slow at first until about 6 months out. And when we get to 6 months out, they're going to really start to ramp it up. So I think that at that 6-month mark, they're actually going to give us the full official trailer, or perhaps maybe 5 months before, and release the full official trailer at San Diego Comic-Con. And I do think that the teaser is most likely gonna come at the Super Bowl in February. The reason I think that is because Marvel always has a pretty big presence during the Super Bowl, promoting one or some of their projects. There's been years that they've done kind of like a sizzle reel of a lot of projects coming up. But if you want a lot of eyes on it, just a ton of eyes on it, give us a tease at the Super Bowl. I think there's a decent chance that that happens, especially if they're gonna start promoting really early on. And like I've said, they've already done that. The promotion has begun. So I think we're in for some really great surprises really soon. And then some really great surprises once the movie actually comes out. So let me know how excited you are for Avengers Doomsday in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Avengers Doomsday or Marvel news. And you can also find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.